Shane Everett grew up in the Bible Belt. His hometown in Texas was saturated with religion.
We're from the South, so of course there's churches on every corner, and it's kind of, I guess kind of rooted in our DNA. To say that I was an atheist or to say that I was not a Christian would be weird. I still was at the core working, breathing, living for myself.
In 1997, Shane was a senior studying business at Texas A&M University. He focused his attention on building a lucrative career in real estate and was well on his way to obtaining the American dream.
And I had the job, kind of lined up and ready to go, and knew the right people, and things were lining up. Things were as good as they could get.
In addition to going to class and working at a real estate firm, Shane played with a local band for extra money.
Playing in bars and clubs, and we'd play, 3 times a week, maybe 4 times a week sometimes, and it's parties, it's drinking, it's everything you could be a part of in that culture. I was in it, and I was in it head first.
But Shane's after-hour gigs began to take their toll.
I was extremely tired, and I was done with it. I was really done with it. You can only be in that life so long without you eventually breaking down.
One night after a performance, Shane was waiting to be paid in a darkened bar. He can't remember much about the crowd or the show, but he knows it was a night that changed his life forever.
The lights were off. I was just sitting there, just kind of, waiting to get paid. Just kind of kicking my feet on the end of the stage and waiting. Well, then they turned the lights on, the big fluorescent lights in this bar, and it was just nasty. Just trash, beer cans, bottles. I was just like, this is my life. It's just destroyed. My heart is just a wreck. My life is a wreck. I hate all of it. I don't want to say I heard the audible voice of God, but I heard the Spirit of the Lord begin to speak to me in that moment. I heard him say, "Son, it's time to come home," is what I heard.
In that very spot, Shane prayed and asked Jesus to come into his heart.
And this bar was a picture of destruction for me. And so I think it was just kind of a picture and a word, and the Spirit kind of welling up within and really creating new life and rebirth in a heart. It's a miracle. And it happened there.
After leaving the bar, Shane made another life-changing decision. He decided to quit performing with his band.
I'm calling the guitar player in the band, and I'm like, man, I'm out. I'm done. I didn't know what to say. I just want to love Jesus.
Shane began attending church regularly. It was there he met a new friend, another Shane Bernard. He discovered his days as a musician were not over at all.
Shane said, "Will you sing on this record with me?" This was in '98. And I said, "Sure." And after that, it just kind of was a whirlwind. People started calling, and here we are in the middle of doing music full time. Again, here we go again. We're just playing music, and we're singing about the Lord, and man, we just had a heart for Scripture and a heart for people, and just singing songs of praise, with the body and with each other.
Shane and Shane are favorites on the college circuit. They've sold hundreds of thousands of albums and received 3 Dove Award nominations. This fall, the duo has released their 6th album, called Pages. Today, Shane is still passionate about music, and he wants to live a life that reflects the grace that God extended to him at a most unusual time and the most unlikely place.
The testimony of my life, the testimony of any believer's life. I don't think that I'm special in any other way that I'm a son of God now, The Lord had saved me from a crazy life that was spent on self and on the world. And now I'm an ambassador for Jesus, for the King of Kings. If he can save me, he can save anybody.